Hey, you guys, I've been out and down under, baby. I've been sick for the last 3 days, but I'm starting to finally come out of it. Missed doing my series on how to become a drag queen, and I kind of put some things together, so buckle up. My name is Arabella McQueen in drag, and I help you start your journey on becoming a drag queen. Without further ado, let's get into it. I've comprised some articles along with some of my experience, and let's dive in. So if you've ever seen RuPaul's Drag Race and you gag, bitch, like you're like, oh my god, in amazement, you probably saw a shy, awkward person transform into a magnificent drag queen. I had to put my glasses down. There was a glare, as you can see right there, and it was bothering me. So you might have thought, how does one go from being shy on stage or not have ever done it, to period, to becoming this amazing entertainer? And then finally asking yourself, could I do that? Could I become a drag queen? Well, I don't know. That's going to depend on the couple of like tips that entails in getting in drag. Well, not just tips, but the work behind it in regards to the investment that it takes to become a drag queen. If you could do that, then your answer might be yes. Before we get into the tips and tricks and all the products that you need, first you need to know what is a drag queen, period. So generally, the term drag queen refers to a cisgender man, if you will, who performs as an entertainer, usually female drag. Now, wait for it. This is the most understood concept of what a drag queen is. This is how it all started. Now, things changed as, history evolved and drag has become more prevalent in our day today. So, although this is the most widely understood description, the modern art form encompasses so much more, meaning it's more than just female impersonation. These days, there's drag queens that fall under so many different, sides of the spectrum: queer, straight, cisgender, transgender man, transgender woman, just any persona that basically anyone can do drag, honestly, if you think about it. I think it was Miss Cracker that basically said, a drag queen is a person who makes a business out of doing drag by playing with their gender stereotypes, basically. And she went on to say that basically it included everybody, including drag kings, trans, women, queens, you name it, it's all valid. So I pulled up an article here that actually gives you a view on the history of drag, which could do you some service. Okay, it says, according to legend, the term drag came about as an acronym for dressed resembling a girl, and dates back to the days of William Shakespeare. Whether that's true or not, probably not, the cultural phenomenon of cross-dressing theater performers can indeed be tracked back to when men played female roles, as it was considered lewd for women to be seen on stage. Goes on to say, there's numerous examples of historical figures who dressed in drag to express of their queerness, such as Princess Seraphina, aka John Cooper, in the 18th century of England, as French vaudeville performers in the late 19th century. Goes on to say, modern drag, however, can largely be tracked back to the Harlem's 1960s ballroom scene and pageants like Miss Gay America, which began in 1972. Drag first reached the mainstream awareness thanks to Paris is Burning. If you haven't watched that, I highly recommend it. Jeannie Livingston's landmark 1990 documentary about the New York City's ballroom culture. And as for today drag has expanded for beyond its underground origins, in no small part by certain multiple Emmy-winning reality competition shows hosted and executive produced by RuPaul Drag Race. While drag queens remain a cornerstone of the LGBT community in the nightlife, they can now be found everywhere from stage to the silver screen, music videos, international tours, magazine covers, and even the Met Gala. So that's a little insight as to how drag came about. I'll leave it at that. Follow me in part 2 for how to get into drag, how to start becoming a drag queen. See you there.